So, Kane, you ran off to the right, so you actually ran through a bunch of tents, and I'm going to roll a d20 to see where you wind up in the camp. You rolled a 16, so as you go through the tents, you come out, and as you come out, you come into this opening, and you see a tent that has a red symbol on it. A red, looks like kind of like almost like a dragon, sort of, or like a lizard.
I'm gonna go over to those red dragon tents.
Okay, are you going up to the entrances of the tents or to the side?
I'm gonna go inside of the tent.
In the front of the tent, there are 2 guards.
I'm gonna go up to the 2 guards and try to go into the tent.
All right, as you walk towards them, the 2 guards put their pikes out and kind of make an X in front of them that's blocking you, and one of them looks at you. You! Why are you trying to get into the tent?
I have important business.
Are you rolling persuasion?
Yeah, sure.
They don't need to beat much. They do beat it. They just look at you and think you're a crazy person. They're not letting you in.
I start pointing at my dick forehead and tell them that it's important.
So again, they just look at you like a crazy person.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave, and then I'm gonna see if there's a way I can sneak inside.
Okay. As you walk away, you hear one of the guards say under his breath, "Fucking drunk minstrels." Okay. So you go over the side of the tent.
Kind of like listen in, see if I can hear anything.
Wow, I can still... That's back-to-back ones. Kane, as you're listening, a fly buzzes in your ear and lodges itself. You can't hear... Where are you going to go? Are you going to try and find the others, or...?
Yeah.
I'm going to have you roll another perception check. So you know they're on the other side of the camp, so you begin walking that way. Again, you are still fuck-ass naked with a dirty dick on your head. Purity and Arch, you guys are inside the Calgarian tent now, and the guards lead Purity over to a bed where they lie her down, and one of the guards brings over hot cocoa. You guys are inside the tent now, but there's sections of it that are kind of sectioned off. You can see that it's not like physical walls, but they're just little like curtains that you can move aside here and there to kind of divide it up into different areas. So you guys are in what looks like kind of like a guest type area, like an extra bed or something like that. It doesn't look very ornate. It's just an area where they can put you. And you guys are both inside. Cham, you are outside the tent.
I'm gonna walk in.
There are 2 guards at the front of the tent that have took the place of the original 2 guards that led them inside. They block you from going in.
How you doing, fellas? I heard some screaming, and I thought there was some important shit going on. Most likely, it's probably my friend, if I recognize it crying.
There was a fainting bird here a minute ago. We took it.
Yeah, the bird woman, yeah. That's my friend. Was her raptor or some other little weirdo?
Roll persuasion. All right, that's 21. All right, you convince them that you're their friend, so they lead you in and they lead you to where they left Purity and Arch. So you 3 guys are reunited.
Hello, redneck friend. I have a question for you. Can you, in some way, shape, or form, get the queen and/or the other king drunk so we can commit to this sex crime?
I'm just gonna slap him like, shut the fuck up, man. You're fucking stupid.
I'm just gonna enjoy my hot cocoa.
I think we are alone here in this room. I do not think you need to slap. I'm going to slap him back.
If you guys are going to have a girly man slap fight, you're both going to have to roll dexterity.
That is a 11 plus 0.
So Cham wins the slap fight. He rolled a 19. Cham, you and Arch kind of smack each other in the face back and forth, but at the end of it, you just kind of give him a little bit of a harder one, and he stops.
And then I use my breath weapon on him.
You can use your breath weapon on him?
Yes, I'm going to light his ass on fire.
That's a cone effect, so you will light the tent on fire if you use it. Cham, the only thing I'm going to give you is I'm going to give you a acrobatics roll to jump the fuck out of the way. All right, that is 11 fire damage directly to Cham. So Cham, you get hit with all 11 of that damage, and again, since it's a cone effect, you lit the inside of the tent on fire. So the tent is now burning rather quickly, I might add, and it's not going to take too long for people to notice this, by the way. So I'm going to roll to see how quickly the people inside the tent notice that it was just lit ablaze.
I'm immediately going to start yelling fire and trying to get everybody out.
People do eventually notice, and because you're yelling fire, they notice a lot faster. So a lot of the servants are going about. So are you guys just going to immediately run out of the building? By the way, Cham, you're still there, stunned because you got lit on fire.
Are we supposed to go try to grab the queen?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to act as like the steward, get everybody out of the fire, and just be like, "Where is the queen?
Can I use
We
stealth
must
to try
get
to find the queen?"
There are like servants and other people that are kind of inside the tent. So you're just going to stop one of them and ask them where the queen is as the fire's going about.
No, I'm going to start screaming fire and yelling that we need to get the queen out of here and seeing if I can help get her out because she's clearly in danger.
one of the kind of servants comes in. Oh my god! No! I need to go get the queen. We need to get out of here. Out of here!
Quick, where is the guy that pees on things?
You want him to do what he did to your friend again? What is wrong with you?
Well, it is a chance for him to redeem himself using the same thing that he did for bad.
We must hurry, sir!
Lead us to the queen. We'll lead her out. She can ride on my raptor. It'll be safe for her.
Good.
Let us get the queen out of here and rush her out.
Purity and Arch, the servant woman leads you to another section of the tent that hasn't yet been lit ablaze, where you walk in and you see a woman who is sitting on kind of a chair. There's a table in there as well, and kind of like a longer couch and stuff, and she appears to be reading a book. Now, as you're entering there, Cham, I'm going to go back to you. Your stun effect has worn off, so you're able to discern your surroundings. Arch and Purity are nowhere to be found.
I'm gonna yell out assassin.
You yell out assassin. I want you to roll a constitution roll to see how loudly you can get that. So you rolled a 14. So you start screaming assassin. So they can hear that on the inside of the tent, basically. Since you rolled a 14, I'm not going to say they can hear it. They're very far away, but inside the tent, they can hear you. So Arch and Purity, you guys both hear him screaming that, as well as the queen and the servant girl. And the servant girl looks like, oh my god, they're trying to kill us. Please, oh god, get her out of here. Get her out of here.
Right away. Come with us, Your Highness. My raptor will protect you.
I'm gonna take my cloak off to like swaddle her so we can make it look like she's not anybody. But also just so we can like steal her without anybody noticing.
Excuse me, I 1 second. She turns the page and folds the corner and then closes the book. What were you saying?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick her ass up.
Alright, roll strength.
I'm gonna be honest with you, that was a nat 20 plus 5.
Damn, okay. So you walk up, you grab her, sling her over your shoulder, and you just barrel yourself out of that building. The fire is spread pretty significantly through the tent at this point. You guys might want to leave.
Yeah, I'm following behind the Dragonborn.
Okay, Cham, are you going to stay inside the burning structure, or are you going to leave?
I'm gonna stumble outside with the guards. They're like, quick! They're going to take and kill the queen! You gotta stop them!
Are you going to roll persuasion, Cham?
Yes.
Roll persuasion. 26. Okay, so they do believe you. However, Arch, so I am going to say that this is going to hit regardless. He's running directly out of that entrance, and there is nothing stopping his Dragonborn ram of a body. Cham, I will have you roll a perception roll to see if you can get out of the way. The guards will not be able to roll that. I'm going to say it's enough to mostly get out of the way, so you're not going to take damage, but he kind of clips you at the end. So, Arch, 1d10 damage to each one of them. I'm going to roll that quickly. All right, so one of them was a full 10, and one of them was a 4. So the 10 is knocked out. He's unconscious. The 4 is just kind of hurt, and you just keep on rushing. You don't stop running. You just bowl through both of them and run around. Purity, the one with the 4 is still conscious. If you want to roll an attack with the raptor tail to knock him out, you can. All right, that's unfortunately not going to be enough. So you whiz it past his head as you run by, but you don't actually hit him. So Cham, you can now get up from your position. So you guys run out. But Kane, because they lit the whole tent on fire, you now notice this. I'm going to have you roll an intelligence check. You should be able to put 2 and 2 together, but because you're you, I'm going to have you roll it. Damn!
Oh my god,
20.
he finally got a 20. We need like the...
And it was me. Kane, you know it's them. No,
While we're sprinting down, just like coming around the corner, I see him like, hey, nice man, come here! And just like grab him in my arm. I want to kind of misty step to teleport.
I'm going to say because of the area that you're coming from, because you're going towards the Imperial area, so that's where Kane is coming from. Kane, are you going to try and help him?
I'm gonna try and help him.
I don't think
I can just use my strength and yank him?
I can do a dexterity roll too.
Yeah, you do a dexterity roll, and he can do a strength roll. Your dexterity roll ain't helping a whole lot. Arch, what did you get for your strength?
17 plus 5.
22. All right, so you are able to latch on to Kane. So you are now carrying him.
I'm going to cast Misty Step to teleport us above the ground where the other king's tent is.
So here's the thing. Kane knows where that is, but you don't. So you can estimate. I'll give you a wisdom check. Roll a wisdom check, and we'll see if you can discern on your own where that tent is.
That is an 18 minus 1. That's a 17.
I'm going to say that you're going to be able to discern the rough area of where it is. So you might not drop in directly on the Emperor, but you're going to be in the right tent.
Now, Captain
So-
Floppycock, point the way to the Imperial tent!
Alright, let's go. It's this way.
So you guys teleport. So how high above the tent do you want to teleport, Arch?
I was considering the maximum fuckery of teleporting exactly above the tent and falling through it, but in order to have my companions and the queen survive, I should probably just like teleport just off to the side, like a little bit, maybe like 10 feet off the ground.
Because you know how big the Calgarian tent was, you can gauge how tall the other one is. So you can teleport inside if you want to try that.
Fuck it, let's go.
You're going to teleport inside, but because you don't know the interior of the tent, it's going to be random. So I'm going to roll to see where you wind up. The higher the roll, the closer to the Emperor you're going to be. It is a 4. Okay.
Oh.
You teleport yourselves and you land in the food stores. So you're in like the storage room area. There's nobody inside there. Arch, you teleported in there. I'm going to go back to Cham and see what he's doing.
Alright, so I'm gonna start rolling up the message like, the Imperials have kidnapped the Queen! They're going to kill her! Quick! They ran off that way!
Roll persuasion. The crowd believes you. So again, these are the same drunken idiots that you just had before. They still have the donkey, by the way. So they're still like hoisting the donkey, like like a Jewish person to the bar.
I'm also trying to grab all the guards and shit.
The crowd immediately gets riled up. And one man screams out, "We must protect the Queen! Follow the evil ones! Kill the Imperials!" This crowd then begins grabbing pieces of wood and using the fire from the tent to light torches, and you now have an angry lynch mob that's about ready to run to the other side of this encampment. Now, here's the other thing, is right as they are about to rush to the other side of the encampment, a horse rides through one of the entrances and leaps into the clearing in front of them. This is the king of Calgar, and he holds his hand out. "What is the meaning of this? Where is my princess? Why is that tent on fire?"
Your Majesty, the Imperials have kidnapped the Queen! They're going to kill her! They ran that way! They took her! They burned down your fucking tent!
Great Scott.
You never trust those Imperial bastards!
Follow me, my people. We will reclaim our queen. Onward! He pulls out his sword and points it forward towards the other side of the camp. They're going to run that way. So now that there's an angry mob going... By the way, Purity, you can see the crowd of people with torches moving in that direction because you're up above.
I'm gonna touch my my jab and go, hey, we got problems coming. They think that the Imperials stole the Queen. You might want to kill her and go.
Arch, she relays that information to you.
Okay, so it seems like planned sex crime is off the table. Excuse me, penis boy. How good are you at, like, indiscriminate murder?
Like, he just makes like a half gesture.
You have now gone somewhat flaccid. The dick, because it's becoming flaccid, is getting closer and closer to touching you with its poo.
This is terrifying. So I will say this. I am going to put him down, and then I am going to put down the queen. And I am going to say, hey, you penis man, follow my lead. And I'm going to take out my greatsword and swing it at the queen.
Roll for attack.
Ooh, okay. 12 plus 8 and a 7 plus 8, because I can attack 2 times in a turn.
All right, so that's a 20 and a 19. So I'm going to roll for the queen to see if she can run away fast enough. She does not. Okay. So how much damage does each one of those do? Because they will both hit. All right, that is 21 plus 12 is 33. All right, so you do a quick double slash. So the first one actually cuts off her arm, and she begins screaming bloody murder. The second one decapitates her. You have successfully killed the queen, and now there is an angry mob that is about ready to converge on the tent. The outside guards begin yelling that there are torches coming towards them. As this happens, into the storeroom walks what appears to be the Emperor in a red flowing gown. Oh my God! What did you do to this woman? Who are you?
I am sorry about this, but, and I'm going to walk forward and grab him. Penis man, could you take his sword and put it, like, on the queen? We're going to knock this one out.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna choke his ass.
No grapple check on this, or just roll strength. He's going to be able to roll to resist, but I doubt he's going to.
That is a 19 plus 5.
All right, he rolled a 6, so he is not resisting. So you choke him out. He starts gurgling a little bit and trying to yell, but after a few minutes, he goes limp, and you realize that he is now unconscious.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure his sword gets put in his hand and he's laying next to the queen. And then I'm gonna grab Kane by the poo penis and teleport out of
Listen, guys, I have killed the queen. I made the emperor look like he did it, and now I'm getting the fuck out of here. Bye-bye.
All right, I'm gonna follow suit.
You follow suit, and as that happens, all three of you have now teleported out of there, and you are back at the Nexus. Cham, you are the only one that is left there, and you are leading the charge along with the king to the Imperial tent as they begin tearing it down and cutting through the fabric. I am going to say that you and the king are the ones that eventually find the queen's dismembered and decapitated body, along with the unconscious emperor.
This motherfucker killed your queen! And I'm just gonna start beating the fuck out of him. Like, you killed the queen!
This is war! This is continued war!
War!
Alright, as that happens, Cham, I am going to have you roll a perception check. Damn, that's funny. Okay. Alright, so Cham, as you do that, you see that there is a large number of Imperial archers that have lined up on the other side of the clearing, and they are about ready to start shooting. They have their bows drawn.
I'm gonna step back a little bit where I'm out of sight, and I'm gonna teleport to the fucking hell.
Alright, so you step back a little bit, you teleport as the arrows are fired, and you are propelled back through the portal. So what happens next is the volley of arrows actually kills a large amount of the mob that was going to swarm the tent, and it does injure the king. However, the king retreats far enough where both armies then engage in a battle and proceed to retreat after a little while after the emperor is escorted out on wagon. He did get a lot of bruises from being beaten by your shotgun, but he is transported out via a wagon, and the king is eventually taken away with the arrow in his shoulder, and the war does continue. So Cham, you're the last one out, but all four of you eventually come through the portal, and Doth looks at you. Well, it didn't happen exactly like it did in the original timeline, but we got the end result right, so I'm cool with that. She wasn't going to mother any children to him anyway. Completely barren. He had no idea.
I'm just gonna be laughing my ass off. Like, it worked like a charm.
That it
I'm just
did,
gonna be
gentlemen.
standing there looking at my hand that is covered in poo, just utterly dismayed.
So Doth taps his staff on the ground, and in your hand is several moist towelettes. The other thing is he looks at Kane and says, God damn, that thing's dirty. I don't want to keep seeing that. Hang on a second. So he taps his staff on the ground, and the dick that is on Kane's head disappears. Fortunately, because he knows Kane is such a degenerate, he then taps his staff again, and Kane, you are now Edward Penis Hands. So your hands have now turned into two dicks.
Oh! Why are you being cruel to us?
I ain't being cruel to you, I'm being cruel to him. Now he can't even hold things.
Yeah, but he enjoys this kind of thing.
Y'all guys played it so well. We did it.